Pro-Palestinian demonstrators are still digging in their heels on two fronts in Toronto tonight. We begin with Tina Yazdani at Queen's Park, where several politicians were thrown out of the legislature, Tina, after a defiant show of support.
And yeah, that's right, Cynthia. NDP leader Mart Stiles had warned that her members would defy the keffiyeh ban if it wasn't overturned by today. While the speaker did loosen the rules around the ban, but stopped short of lifting it altogether.
I must warn the member for Ottawa Centre.
The NDP's Joel Harden and Kristen Wong-Tam, along with independent MPP Sarah Jama.
Sarah Jama, you are named. You must leave the chamber.
Refusing to take off their keffiyehs, but heeding the speaker's warnings and leaving the chambers.
We have a situation in which Palestinian, Arab, and Muslim people are told you have to check your culture at the door.
Palestinians have the right to exist, and this genocide must come to an end.
House Speaker Ted Arnott says he stands by his conclusion that at the present time, the keffiyeh is a political symbol and all political props are forbidden.
Today and every day, I bring this symbol with me into the House. I have this symbol as well. It is very unevenly, I would say, applied on what gets restricted and what doesn't.
The controversy prompting the speaker to make a concession this morning, scaling back the ban so that it only applies to the legislative chambers, not the entire building.
I'm glad that he made that distinction today in the building. I think that was certainly important, but look, I have confidence in the Speaker, and if the opposition do not, they should bring a motion of non-confidence for it.
The NDP still not satisfied. Leader Mart Stiles considering forcing a recorded vote to lift the ban in its entirety.
I do think it is a step in the right direction. I'm hopeful that we can overturn the full ban, but we will be looking at all the options.
Two of their unanimous consent votes failed to pass earlier this spring. The Premier does have the power to bring forward his own vote, but has so far dismissed the idea.
He has the power to bring one forward, and he should, so that we can put this thing to rest for once and for all.
Now, the Premier had initially called for the Speaker to reverse the ban, but he hasn't done anything to make that happen himself, with his own Conservative MPPs voting against overturning it several times. Meanwhile, the NDP suggesting that more members will don the scarf in the coming days until this ban is overturned.